everyone, it's Ron Bell again, and I'm here with Mark Mantei at the Cardell Rec Center, right in the heart of the Calgary Shaw constituency. What a beautiful community facility this is. And today, Mark would like to talk about his top priorities that he's going to take into this next election and the things he's going to work hard on for all of us in Calgary Shaw.
Hey Mark, here we are at the Cardell Rec Center, and I am so thrilled because we are now 1 week away from the nomination vote. I can't believe we're here. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's really good. Feeling good. You know, like you said, October 20th, we're going to be voting right here at the Shaughnessy YMCA, Cardell Rec South. And so I'm excited that we're so close to being able to move on to the next phase of this and making sure that we're taking out the NDP, replacing the NDP with a more sensible government.
Over the last many months, you've met thousands of residents of Calgary Shaw, and you also lived here for 17 years. You've lived here with your family. You know what it's like to live in Calgary Shaw. You know what the important things are. Your business is here. So what is the #1 priority that the Calgary Shaw residents are telling us about?
Yeah, so absolutely, and I'm thrilled to do this video because we're talking about the issues, not that I think are most important, but the issues that the residents, the members of the United Conservative Party here in Calgary Shaw think are most important. There's been one clear message. By far the top issue is making sure that we get this economy going again, get it moving in a positive direction.
And so what would you do to get it going?
Yeah, so first thing we've got to focus on is kill that carbon tax. It's been absolute murder on our businesses. It's killed investment in this province. We've got to make sure that we deal with the biggest elephant in the room here, which is making sure we get this carbon tax dealt with as quickly as possible as soon as we get a United Conservative Party government elected.
And are there more things that you would do?
Yes, absolutely. You know, again, it wasn't just the carbon tax that the NDP did not campaign on, that was the tax on everything. It's also all of the other taxes and that they added, that they layered on top of that. So, you know, they increased business taxes, they increased personal taxes. We need to cut down on the tax burden for Alberta businesses, for Alberta families, for the good of every single one of us in building a positive province moving forward.
And large companies have left Alberta, small companies are closing their doors. And tell me, have regulations impeded their ability to succeed?
Yeah, that's the third pillar of this, is making sure that we deal with the regulatory burden on businesses as well too, which is done equally as much damage. It's stifled business in this province. We've got to make sure that we take the shackles off of business, allow them to succeed. We've seen the results in other jurisdictions when they've focused on reducing the regulatory burdens. We need to make sure that we take that advice, take that experience, and make sure that we apply it successfully here in Alberta as well.
Awesome. And so what would be the #2 issue that you've heard about?
Yeah, #2 has got to be get rid of the NDP. People are hungry for change here in this province. And so when we built our campaign team, we built this with the intention of making sure that we win the next election. You know, between your experience, Ron, of course, on all your campaigns with Ralph Klein and the many years of experience you've had on that side, Stephen Harper's last 2 campaign managers, we've got a lot of experience in the room that knows how to get the job done. As well as my 10 years of experience in making sure that we elect Conservatives here in this riding, and making sure that we're, and then our team is made up, you know, a lot of the board members from our local constituency association are supporting this campaign, have been volunteering hard on this campaign. These are people that have campaigned for 10, 20 years in some people's cases. They know how to get the job done on the ground. We've by far got the best team to make sure that we win this next election.
Wow. And I know that one of the things that is a very conservative basis is we want better value for our tax dollars. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, so #3 is dealing with this budget. And you're right, Ron. We can see from the budget that we're not getting good value for our tax dollars. 40% more to deliver services to Albertans than Ontario. That's a huge number. We need to make sure that we're focusing on not saddling our kids with a mountain of debt that's going to be impossible to deal with down the road. We need to make sure that we're focusing right now on producing services for Albertans that Albertans need, and justifiably so, but doing it in a responsible way that allows us to manage the budget now and into the future.
Yes, and education, where does that fit in?
Yeah, well, education is definitely the next biggest issue for the residents here in Calgary Shaw. You know, parents care about preparing their children for the world that they're going to be living in. As parents, it's our job to make sure that our kids are able to operate independently of us, and that means making sure that they've got a solid educational foundation. Parents want what's best for their kids, and I don't think anybody can make better educational decisions for their children than their parents. we need to make sure that we're enabling more parental choice for our in education. We need to make sure that parental rights are respected in our education system. So yes, definitely, those are two key pillars that I think that I'd like to carry that banner forward inside the legislature on behalf of the residents and the parents in Calgary Shaw.
All right, and you told me earlier that healthcare is high on the list as well.
Yeah, healthcare would be the last thing that I want to talk about today. It's certainly not last on the list of priorities for Albertans, but it is very important that and concerning that we have a system that's moving forward the same way as education has become bureaucratic and top-heavy, and dollars are not making it down to actual frontline services where they make a difference. We need to put a real focus on making sure that we're serving Albertans with our healthcare system and, of course, our education system. That means that we're going to have to make changes, and we're going to have to prioritize actually serving people. If that means more private involvement inside a publicly funded healthcare system, I'm all for that. We need to make sure that we're focusing on value for tax dollars and producing as much as we can at the lowest cost for Albertans.
Well, Mark, on getting better value for our money, I'm really glad that you have the business experience that you have. You're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner here in Calgary Shaw, and you've worked with large companies as well. So you know financial statements, you know how it all works, and you can contribute to the team.
Yeah, if you're gonna vote on a budget, you should be able to read and understand that budget. And I think it's really important. It's a really important point that if you're gonna just trust the opinions of the bureaucrats and the administrators that are giving you their opinions, this is what leads ultimately to a perpetual growth in government. And it's got us to where we are right now. We need people that can understand it, can scrutinize it, and really dig into the details and make sure that we are moving forward in the best direction for the province and for the people of Alberta.
Well, Mark, I support you 100%. You're the leader we need today. You have the experience. You live in the riding here. You've talked to thousands of people. You've got their marching orders, and you've got the knowledge and business experience to understand financial statements. You're my pick, man, and I hope that I wish you luck in the upcoming election. And let's wrap it up. What do you want to end with?
I really want to thank all of our volunteers. We've had a ton of volunteers that have put a ton of time into this campaign, and politics is really a team sport. It is really a team sport. It's done with the experience, and this campaign is built on the experience of the people that we've engaged. That we've had our MP Stephen Kuzi out, as well as MLAs. We need to make sure that we're building towards a better future for Albertans, and so I cannot thank the volunteers enough for all of the time that they put in, because they believe that we can build a better Alberta together.
And we can. Let's get going, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ron, and thank you to all of the residents of Calgary Shaw, to the members of the United Conservative Party in Calgary Shaw. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your support in this campaign and beyond.